Mom and daddy from the south, I like golds in my mouth, like to drive real slow, with the beats down low, and I never been a shooter, but I rebound.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to My T-Sharp, the podcast, aka the Black Awareness Rally Podcast. You could be rocking with anybody in the world right now, but you are here with us, and for that we do appreciate you. It's your boy Pledge, alongside my main man B.
Holla!
And we welcome you to our discussion. So what's going on, B?
Ain't nothing. Summertime. What's happening with you?
Same old thing, man. It's the grind continues. It's just a little bit hotter outside. That's it.
Hey, perfect. Episode 5 in your face, coming to you live in the place. Can you still say in the place?
I don't think so.
In the building.
Oh yeah, in the building definitely.
No, I was listening to somebody podcast and they was like in the building. They don't really say that no more because there are also white people in the same building as you. But I don't know. There's too many fads and trends running around with that phrase.
I hear you.
Anyway, what you got coming up soon? You still doing the was it the 5K?
Yeah, I got a 5K within the next week. Be running the 5K. Be happy to get that behind me. Waking up in the morning, going for 3+ mile runs is getting a little old. But it's for a good cause, and I guess a good thing about 5Ks is that they kind of keep you disciplined as far as training and eating right and all that good stuff. So experimenting with a few different things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. But as I said, it's for a good cause, for the kids.
Can I donate without running?
That's the catchy thing, is that you have to pay and run. That I got to pick a struggle here.
It's a punishment.
I either run or pay, but I can't do both.
Nah, I'm with you. Like I'll donate and sit in the stands and cheer, but I keep asking LA. LA would be like, man, put you on the team. It's like LA, I don't want to die.
Yeah,
I still got a lot of life to live.
That's the thing. Most of the times you pay to do things you don't want to do, but this is time you're paying to do something
your way
that
out
you
of it.
Don't want to do.
I feel like it's a catch-22. Dog. You can't win. I don't know, man. I still want to be there. I'm not running.
Yes.
Unless
you look at the weather, and it's not going to be as hot, so that might be helpful.
It's probably because it's going to be raining.
I wouldn't mind a light mist.
It's going to be raining, dog. And y'all got to be there, 8 o'clock?
It starts at 9. I would be happier with 8 o'clock start, believe it or not.
It's going to be cooler.
Yes. And then you got to understand, it's not just a 5K that's over. It's a relay race. So it's a total of 20K. So somebody could, that fourth leg,
just be out there all day.
Yeah, it could be out there all day.
What I would do, I would tell my team, hey, wake me up after the second leg. And I get up, come and get dressed. I'm not going to sit out here all day. Yeah. I'm assuming there's other stuff going to be happening because people babysitting their kids, I'm supposing. I don't know. LA, that's wrong. I'm mad you won't let me donate without running. But
this is my first 5K, so I'm going into this blind without any prior knowledge of how this runs or anything like that. I've avoided the runner's world, but as I said, it took a very, very good cause for me to get into it.
If you'd have caught me in 2005, I'd have been in it.
That's like 15 years ago.
It's literally 14, so your math is off. The point is, I'm trying to support, but I can't run. I can't participate. Not this year. Maybe next year or 2-3 years from now.
I think the spectators should pay and the runners should just get a free pass.
That sounds fair.
That's very fair.
I feel like that's
for
fair.
You to pay and run.
Or your team split the $35 instead of each of you paying. But anyway.
Run or pay. Not both.
Nah, you can't do both.
Nah.
I mean, that's how they treat the kids in the track and field stuff. TL say they got they having track meets for like 8,000 kids, and every kid got to pay $18 or something crazy like that.
And they pay for admission as well.
And parking.
Yeah. I mean, that's just...
It's a hustle.
The youth sports game has turned into one big business.
Hey, how you feel about every football player having a football summer camp? Like, I kind of feel like after a while, you ain't going to have no more kids to put in the camp.
Well, some of them have been free. So I know Derwin James, the guy, the standout from Florida State who plays for the Chargers, he had a free one in Lake last week, or if not the week before.
Wait,
some of them are free, some of them are paid.
What's the angle? Like it's a tax write-off?
Just giving back to the community.
Really?
Really, yeah. I mean, there's no telling what kids can come and get, fall in love with football because they don't necessarily have the means to participate in it. I mean, because that's the only way you're going to get kids who, from the inner city involved in things like that. Because, I mean, having somewhat knowledge of the Jameis Winston camp from a few years back, a lot of the parents that
they complain.
They paid for it. I mean, you're talking about, I think, like $150 for maybe
like 2
day and a half. Yeah, like a day and a half. I'm pretty sure that he's not making any money. I mean, there's a lot of coordination that goes into it. So, but a lot of players are having it. Some of them are free. Some of them are paid. I think it's a good look for them to be free.
I know one thing. There's a ton of people involved. It's like if you're a parent with kids these days, your kid going to be involved in the camp some sort of way. Like sure. I could think of like 5 parents that got their kids into a camp, and I hear that lifestyle is crazy. Because it's like, it's like more than being a taxi driver. It's like you're on the team.
No doubt. As I said, as somebody who is, I was in basketball tournaments yesterday. As somebody who kind of is very involved in youth and high school sports. It's honestly, as a parent of 2 young boys, if they decide not to go the sports route, I will not be mad. It will save me a lot of time and money.
I don't know. Is the amount of money you invest in that lifestyle worth the character development that could come from it? Because everybody ain't going to any league. Yeah,
that's the thing is that whenever you talk about what something is worth, you have to evaluate what the payoff is. And if your goal is for your kid to get a college scholarship playing that sport, that's a hefty payoff.
What you mean, the college?
If your kid is involved in several leagues, AAU organizations, and they're able to progress to where, they get their college paid for and they can graduate from a fine university debt free. That's a good trade. That's a good trade off. But for your kid just to get some exercise and to get out of the house and from in front of the TV and playing PlayStation or Xbox all day, you invest thousands in these leagues, and training, and hours, and driving all over the place.
I got a couple failed relationships because of that, bro. Like, couldn't even get the relationship started because the mom ain't have any time. Not saying that she should have made time for some new dude, but I was like, yo, I didn't know it was this intense. It's like intense.
Demanding. As I said,
especially her son. I knew 2 chicks. One lady had her son playing hockey, football, and basketball.
Yes.
So he was constantly traveling.
Yes.
Granted, she lived in a separate situation, but then I knew another lady. Her son played football and basketball, and she was like the only caregiver, so she was responsible for everything.
Oh man,
she was like going from 3 counties south of, what was it? Is it Sarasota?
Yes.
Going from Sarasota to Pinellas County, just like back and forth every weekend. And she was like, "Oh yeah, we got to drive to Orlando." I'm like, "From where y'all at?" She's like, "Yeah, it's a weekend tournament. We got to stay in the hotel, blase, blase." I'm like, "Yo, how do you have time for a personal life?" Which, again, this is your sacrifice that you decide to make.
Yes.
And the kids are greatly benefiting from it because I do think there's a lot of character development. But I'm like, yo, is there another option to get your kid that same development?
To get them that development, yes. That exposure, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, as somebody, I volunteer as a high school assistant coach. It's a good situation for me because I can kind of step in and step out whenever I need to.
Right.
So, so I'm not, obligated to do anything. So, as I said, it's a good situation for me. The saving grace is that the high school is actually in my neighborhood, so it cuts down.
You ain't going nowhere.
It cuts down on a lot of, commute time. But I mean, we played in a tournament. As I said, this past Friday and Saturday, and it was 30 minutes away. So this is Friday, so you're asking parents to get kids,
drop them off to work. After work,
get kids to an arena. And it's not like back in the day when I played ball. Coach, you have a big van. You go in.
Coaches don't have vans?
Nah, I mean, parents aren't trusting coaches like that these days. Where they
true,
just
true,
say,
true.
But
jelly paws.
Yeah, like. So I mean, coach had a big van, so parents didn't have to be as involved as they do now. But I do think the parents kind of use it as bragging points when they can say, "Oh yeah, my kid's on a travel team, and my kid's playing in this tournament." I think the parents kind of get a kick off of it too.
Ain't that our fault though? That's our generation. Like, remember we was in high school, we knew some cat that played travel ball. We was like, "Yo, this dude must be a beast."
Yes.
So,
and I mean, I was fortunate enough when I was coming up to be on a pretty prominent AAU team in Florida, where we did win an AAU state championship back when that meant something. And
they don't have them no more.
I mean, they still have them, but now it's like every team can make the national tournament. Back in the day, you either had to be like 1 or 2 in the state to qualify for the national tournament. And, I was fortunate to play in a national championship tournament out in Salt Lake City, Utah. First time I'd ever been on a plane. Was to participate in that situation. And so, I mean, I guess it's kind of situation where I kind of put my parents in a situation to where they spend a lot of their Saturdays and Sundays in gyms.
Yeah,
lugging me around and following me around. So,
did you choose to live that lifestyle, or was it like something your mom and dad put you in?
No, I kind of chose it. I mean, it's crazy because I was at a college basketball game, and it was halftime, and like it's a community college game, so I was just shooting during halftime because nobody was there.
Yeah,
and I used to be the water boy. And then the coach, he saw me shooting, and he was like, "Can I speak to your parents?" And I was like, "Yeah, my dad's over there." And so the coach approached my dad about me playing on his AAU team, and from there, that was in 5th grade, and kept through it probably until like 9th grade year in high school.
Yeah.
But I mean, as I said, we were a pretty good team. We made 2 national tournaments. And so as I said, between that and high school, my parents did spend a lot of time and looking back on it, money.
Gotta have the nicest gear, dog.
And stuff like that. I mean, to where we're going over to Daytona, spending the night, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's been going on, but it's just gotten more and more and more as time is going on.
It seems like it's, like I said, extremely time consuming. And if your kid ain't going to grow up to be 6'3", 6'4", you know what I mean? I don't know. It seems like that's even too small these days.
Yeah.
You got all these kids coming out like 6'7".
Oh, yeah.
Like just guaranteed 6'6". But anyway, I don't even know how we got on that topic, dude. What was you talking about? I don't know.
That about the running and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Shout out to the 20K marathon LaShante got going on. Hopefully that has a major turnout.
We'll let you know how it goes since you're not participating.
I mean, I'll be there. Probably take some pictures, but make sure I get me some nice sneakers and sit in the bleachers, style on them, because Lord knows I ain't running. So. I mean, if they let me walk around the track, I'd do it, but I ain't running. No.
I think you could do a 5K.
Look, I ain't trying to win. I'm just trying to support somebody. What That ain't the point. You know what I mean? Everybody get a trophy nowadays. Why even work hard?
Yes.
All right, well, let's do it. Oh, so yeah, to the people that have been listening, thank you. 2, that's the only way you can complain about the segment, the Black Awareness Rally segment. Apparently, was it 2 people, 1 person, 3 people?
A few.
Some more than 2 people?
Yes.
Yes, that's 3 viewers. Now, Black Awareness Rally moments. So we have the segment where we show the ladies some love. We just call it the beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Because that's it. That sounds better. People don't like the bikini contest thing, does it?
Yeah, it's been some pushback on the term bikini contest.
For what, though?
Even though we're not trying to
denigrate
or just, objectify.
I don't see the problem, man.
Ladies.
Like,
well, that's the thing is that
everybody buys bikinis. It's like
but
high
that's
heels.
The thing about perspective is that we may not see the problem, but the people feel a certain way about it, so they bring their perspective to us.
Damn that.
Because I see something that we may not.
I see the problem. I understand logically and emotionally. I just don't agree with it because they still buying bikinis. You stop buying bikinis, we'll stop calling it bikini contest segment.
But didn't they take the bikini contest out of the Miss USA or the Miss America?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever watched that outside of being like
it,
5 years old.
I do think that they removed that portion of the contest.
So how are we supposed to know who pretty and who ain't?
Look at them in a gown.
What? How are we supposed to see beauty without the booty?
But in our defense, though, I mean, this was not our idea.
It is. Listen, it was my idea. If you
I'm saying no, but we were basing this off of
the movie
Coming to America. And in there is an actual bikini contest.
It's literally, you know what I mean, the Hugh Hefner on high.
I mean, this was a different day and time. I think 87 might have been the year.
I think so.
89 might have been the year. But yeah.
Bro, we had to pay to see that bikini contest in 87, right? Yes. We had to spend money, take time and gas, and drive to the theater to watch that bikini contest. Now I can pick up a piece of plastic, flip up a couple things with my thumb, and I can see a bikini contest 24/7 for free.
Yes.
Y'all stay buying these bikinis, 1 pieces, 2 pieces, get your shawls, wrap around your waist. You got the joints where you put the shawl on over the bikini. And you want me to stop admiring the bikinis?
I think you're missing the point here.
No, I'm not.
I think you're missing the point. Because
No.
I don't think it's... I think...
Because this whole segment is dedicated to praising things besides your booties.
But here's the thing is that we're using a segment where we are trying to show love and appreciation
right
for these women that are out here doing amazing things. And we're doing it in something that some might feel is a degrading way. It's kind of like an oxymoron to where it's like, giving them, it's like the Bill Cosby steak on the garbage lid thing.
What?
Where he was talking to Dabness. You don't remember?
Yeah, we gotta run that back.
All right, he was talking to Dabness, right?
Who the heck is Dabness?
Dabness was Vanessa's husband.
Oh, in the TV show. Okay.
He was like, so Dabness comes to the house for the first time.
What the heck is a Dabness?
That's his name? That was his name, yeah.
It wasn't Darnell?
Nah, it was Dabness.
Dabness, okay.
And so he's having a conversation, and Bill Cosby's like, hey, what's your favorite food? And he's like, I like a steak. And he was like, so what if I made you a steak and I put it on a garbage can lid? And he was like, that wouldn't be appealing. He was like, well, that's how this was introduced to me. He was like, you could be something good and something, but how it's delivered to somebody matters. So I think that's the only analogy that I come up with. A steak on a garbage can lid is how the bikini contest is being received.
So basically, you're gonna turn the steak down because it's on the garbage can lid. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yes.
So y'all not gonna take these compliments. Y'all not gonna listen to that segment because we labeled it the bikini contest instead of what y'all want me to call it? because I would really love to hear what y'all want us to call it. Because first
foremost,
foremost,
the beauty pageant.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the booty pageant. No, that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it the booty pageant. Damn that. I need, first and foremost, I'm pissed because people was being too thick to recognize where the name of the podcast itself came from. Mighty Sharp obviously came from Coming to America the Film. Yes. Then we go in and say we're gonna have the Black Awareness Rally. I don't even think people got where that came from. It's like, look, everything is based on the TV show.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm Akeem, he's Simi. You know what I mean? I
gotta be the servant.
Wait, who was the shorter one in the movie? No, I was. Yeah, you were lighter because Eddie Murphy darker. That's why you got Simi. But
we needed to get this straightened out before we put something on wax.
Listen, hey, like what I'm going with. Look, you weren't looking for no wife in the movie. I'm looking for a wife. You ain't looking for no wife in real life. I'm looking for a wife. That's why I had to be a king. Anyway, back to the what was we talking about? Oh, the booty contest. Right. The booty contest. Since y'all don't like us calling it the bikini contest, I'm calling it the booty contest. All right. So, look, Ma, I'm sorry. You know I got more sense than this. But, okay? Now, dang. Hey.
Because you know you're wrong. That's why.
I'm not wrong. What I would love for to happen, somebody come on the show. Anybody that wants to represent that demographic, you're more than welcome to chime in, jump in, and tell us why it might be wrong. I read all the magazines. I know about XO Nicole. I know about, Mary Jane. I know about The Root, balleralert.com, Shade Room. Shoot. I know about all that crap. You know what I mean? Y'all still out here trying to be your best in a bikini. You stop wearing bikinis, maybe I'll take you. No, you know what?
Woo, boy.
Nah, you know
Man,
I'm gonna move
some
on.
Smoke coming this way.
We need to have a discussion. Come on the show. You can remote call, you dial in, however you want to get on. Let us know in the comments.
Leave your comments. People haven't left their comments. They just come straight to me in
why you won't put
grievances.
Look, hey, I'm a big dude. I look mean. I got a beard and bald. I am black. But listen, you can talk to me. All right? Leave your comments online. Text Courtney. Matter of fact, Courtney, you can screenshot what they be saying to you. That's what you need to do.
These are conversations.
These are like life conversations?
Yeah, these are like conversations. Dang. These aren't, text or no paper trail.
No paper trail.
Conversation.
Oh, so they don't want to put it on wax. So they don't really mean it. Nah, they ain't serious about it. You don't want to text it, put it on wax? Nah, you ain't serious. You just want to say something. You just want to say something. You weren't serious about it. All right, so we're going to Black Awareness Rally moment. You can call it the beauty contest. I'm going to call it the booty contest. You can be mad at me all you want to. Call me, text me, comment. Go ahead. What you got?
Okay, I am going to big up Miss Ava DuVernay for her wonderful When They See Us documentary series that's been on Netflix.
They saying that's her magnum opus, dog.
Oh, wow. I mean,
it's pretty good.
What she's put out, period, has been excellent. And I heard somebody say,
I disagree.
Her it's activism through entertainment, which is a beautiful way to describe it.
Yeah, I give her that.
But yeah, I just want to big her up. And
I just don't like all her stuff, though. I don't like all her movies, projects. I think some of them pretty whack. I'm just going to say it. Some of them pretty whack.
Well, she had the one about the 13th Amendment, which was really good.
It's a documentary.
Documentary, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was very good.
It was very good. I was like, oh, this is interesting. But then you had a wrinkle in time. I watched it a few times. It's cool at work. But I was like, it's a bad movie.
Okay.
So, but anyway.
But yeah, but that's my.
That's yeah.
That's my moment.
That movie was pretty dope. We'll get into that a little later. Well, not movie. What do they call it?
Docu-series, maybe? But it's done in a format of a movie.
It's a narrative, yeah. What's it, mini-series? Yeah. Hey. Yeah, it's going to be a hot... We're gonna talk about that in a minute. All right, go ahead. Who are you gonna run through all three of yours? Or?
Yeah. For my entertainment, I'm a shout out the big homie Jay-Z for hitting that Billy. So, I mean, we was talking about it a little bit earlier about securing the bag and what you do afterwards. I think, with him doing it in multiple genres or multiple business streams of income, whether it be investing in art, alcohol has been a big portion of it, streaming, putting cats on with the record label or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, he's the greatest rapper ever, in my opinion. So, for him to reach $1 billion, I think it's a great story for all of us, and it should inspire all of us. So,
top 5 rappers.
Top 5 for me?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot.
Okay, we ain't got nothing else to do. It's Sunday.
Jay-Z number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I'll go Nas.
You ain't even got to go in order. Just we got Jay-Z and Nas out the way.
I think you could put, for some reason, T.I. always pops into my top 5.
Interesting choice. He's a good lyricist. Yeah. They do call him the Jay-Z of the South, or they used to before he kept getting in trouble. But
I'm thinking, can we come back to this one?
Top 5 rappers, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah, I forgot, yeah. All right. What about your community?
My community, this was kind of, this month of June kind of highlights the 98th anniversary of the aerial bombings of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were talking earlier about some financial stuff, and this is a situation where it's crazy that this isn't something that's taught in a lot of schools. A lot of people don't know about it. The Black Wall Street that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. I think me and you have discussed it before, to where it was kind of this place where black folks back in the 1920s and the teens, how built this community, to where they were self-insulated, to where they were able to, keep the money in their own community and really built up a community for themselves or whatever.
Why they left the neighborhood? Huh? Why they left the neighborhood?
Oh, they didn't leave the neighborhood.
What happened?
They were bombed, actually.
Like somebody was, what do you mean, like literally bombed?
Yeah.
Like photo bombed?
No. They didn't hop into DMs.
None of that?
Yeah, but, I mean, this community was literally destroyed.
For what?
Because they were winning. That's why.
I don't know, players. I feel like you're missing some information. Maybe one of them raped a white lady or something like that, or none of that. That's what happened in the When They See Us movie. It's not.
We'll get into that, but I mean, I said it's something that a lot of people don't know about it, but should. And if anything, see that a community, I think, kind of what Nipsey was trying to create or whatever, can actually exist and thrive. Way back, then that was a community that did exist and thrive, and it's sad that what happened to it and how it came crumbling down at the hands of hatred.
That's what we're calling it. And call it what it was.
Hatred. It was bigotry, racism.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, racism. Yeah,
it all stems from hate.
Yeah, I mean, mental diseases. It's a mental illness.
It is.
It is mental illness to be racist. First off, you're racist. So, you can prove that a person knows they're racist because they don't share their perspective on race-based issues in certain areas because they know they'll get in trouble, which stands to show that, you can't do this because it's wrong. But you don't want to stop believing and thinking it, which shows now you have a mental problem. It's called cognitive dissonance. You hold two opposing ideas, and one of them, you hold it so strong that if somebody tries to show you facts going against it, you have an actual emotional, sometimes physical discomfort with the new fact that's been introduced. So anyway, it's a mental illness. But
yes.
Yeah, it's racism.
So that's my Black Awareness Rally. What's yours, brother?
Black Awareness Rally moments. I'm going to start out with the booty show.
Oh,
Man, look, you can get off me. Megan Thee Stallion. She back in the news. And this time it ain't for twerking.
Okay.
She driving the boat. Shout out to all the hotties and the hot girls. She driving the boat. She had a community service event in California at a beach. I can't remember the name right now of the beach. It's a popular beach name. But she actually rallied her fans to show up to the beach to clean up the beach.
Okay.
And it was a very successful turnout.
That's a positive way to use it.
That's an extremely positive way. And very early on, too, which is, I love it. So, yeah, she had people show up to help her clean up a beach. And then I think they might have just kind of chilled out a little bit on the beach afterwards. But apparently she's going around the country doing that and telling people to meet her in different places around the country.
That's awesome.
To have cleanups. So, yeah, I love it, man. Somebody using a booty to help everybody else win and beautify the life that we sharing. Why are you laughing?
Shots fired.
Ain't no shot. Listen, she has a line in my favorite song of hers, "Big Booty, Big Old Freak." You know what I mean?
I want to ask you this though: does she have the fans? Does she have a name for her fans?
Yeah, I think they're the hot girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you heard about it, but the Bey-Hive got kind of live this week.
Oh, I love it.
You love it?
I love it. No, we kicking people off the internet.
That's a bad look.
That is not a bad look.
That is a horrible look.
Listen, man. Let me put you on the game. For my white contemporaries out there listening, thank you for joining the podcast. Thank you for coming in. But welcome to the Black Space. This is exactly what it's about. I'm gonna make it be about race. I'm always gonna make it be about race. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do it. No. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Listen. So for those of you that don't know, Beyonce, Jay-Z, courtside NBA Finals game, living their best life, right? Minding their business, watching the game. The owner of the Golden State Warriors' wife was sitting next to Beyonce, who was between the owner and Jay-Z. The owner's wife leans into Beyonce's personal space, which everybody knows is 2 feet. Granted, the seating is already kind of crammed, but she leans over and almost directly in Beyonce's line of sight to the court and starts talking to Jay-Z. Now, everybody knows you keep yourself out of people's personal space, especially if y'all not on acquaintances or anything. Second of all, anything you got to say to my husband, you could pass to me before. What's so important that you got to tell my husband that you can't just tell me and I tell him?
Can I bring some perspective to the situation?
No, not yet. Now, there's this theory called controlling black and brown bodies, right? This is I know you don't know about this because you're light skinned. I'm gonna tell you. There's this concept, right? It's called a microaggression. So a microaggression is when a person commits an offense and it seems minor, but it attacks the other person's sensibilities, right? So, for instance, Beyonce, Jay-Z sitting courtside. The lady just leans all over in Beyonce's face and starts talking to Jay-Z. So instead of her saying, "Excuse me," or "Could you ask your husband," blase, blase, she assumed that it was okay for her to lean over across her view of the game and just have a full-on conversation with Jay-Z. Now, violation of personal space. It's a violation of personal space. Put it this way. You ever meet people that they don't give a damn about you any other way, and they just walk in and bump you or fart near you, or just you standing in line and they just cut in front of you and be like, "Oh, excuse me."
This is not one of those situations.
This is one of those situations. No, listen, she only said what she said after she got hounded on the line. The Bey-Hive came for
wrongly.
No.
Yes.
No.
Microaggression. As I said,
personal space.
Beyonce's publicist had to calm the situation because she knew they were wrong.
They wasn't wrong.
I'm gonna add some perspective to the situation. I'm not gonna wait no more.
I already know what she said.
First of all, they were her invited guests. She invited them to the game, which she has done on several occasions. So they were her invited guests. So there was already some familiarity. I can't say the word.
Because you're lying.
They were familiar with each other.
Because you're lying.
And they knew each other.
It's not
so
true.
they were their guests.
Beyonce ain't never seen this lady before.
If somebody invites you to their house,
no,
they know you.
Why is she in the lady's face?
The lady took their drink order.
Right.
Beyonce said, I want a water. Okay. Jay-Z said he wanted a vodka and soda.
Right. And the chick asked if she wanted a lime.
And the chick asked if he wanted a lime. She could not hear him. So she leaned in a little bit more to ask again.
Why she couldn't tell Beyonce?
Taking care of her guest.
Why she couldn't ask Beyonce?
She already asked Beyonce what she wanted.
No, to deliver the message.
Because she just leaned in a little bit more to hear him. The question was already asked.
So this is great. Because here's my reason for this. Here's another microaggression that looks easier to spot. The investor Mark Stevens shoving Kyle Lowry. Yes, it's the same problem. It's the same thing.
But microaggression, you can't be trying to take care of somebody and saying, "Hey, how can I serve you?" It's totally different. How can I serve you?
Duh.
How can I take care of you because you are my invited guest?
It's the same thing as like a power move, right? You know how important a handshake is, right? So if you initiate a handshake with another man, one, if the dude agrees and it follows into the handshake, two, you've shown a power move. Three, the name of the game is to try to get your handshake on top of his. And then four, pat him on the back. Now, these are three power play moves that are all shows of, if I do these things, I'm going to have a domineering interaction with this person for the remainder of our time together. You know what the next thing to do in that exact same situation when you're trying to shake hands with somebody? Make them walk into the room or doorway or traffic intersection before you go.
Yes.
Because you're saying, motherfucker, I am the one that's in control here. You do what I say. That's the exact same concept as leaning in front of somebody instead of passing the message along in a personal space, cutting off their viewpoint and saying, oh, well, I was just asking for a drink. What's the big problem? The fact that you got to apologize or acknowledge that there was a problem or that I have a problem, and then you're going to try to tell me.
I don't think she apologized for anything.
She did. She got online.
She said, sorry for what?
She
for
got
asking for his drink order?
Because she was like, oh, I didn't know. Now I had to delete my Instagram and Twitter because I was getting death threats.
She didn't know she had done anything wrong.
Because she's insensitive. That's what microaggressions are. You just assume that everybody thinks the same way you do. It's like us having the booty segment in the Black Awareness Rally. And somebody saying they would rather us not call the women's appreciation segment the bikini contest. That's just wrong. I'm not going to stop doing it until somebody come on the show. Tell me they want me to stop doing it. But that's the same problem, dog. You don't do stuff like that, dog. Because in the hood, what if a joker just lean in your face, cross your face, and start hollering at your old lady to my, hey, you want to line with your drink? What you gonna do?
If I understand that he's just trying to get her something to drink, a Negro beverage.
Negro, please. So you telling me if you at the Bucks game, you standing in line at the concession stand with Risa.
Yes.
And Risa's behind you, and there's a dude in front of you. He, instead of asking you, walks all the way behind you to talk to Risa about what she wanted her drink. You gonna be cool with that?
That's it. First of all, do I know this brother?
No.
I don't. I'm saying, but they knew each other because they invited him to the game.
This is how.
I know you, right? I know you, right?
No, that don't count.
No, I know you.
That don't count.
And I'm gonna be fine with you leaning over and talking to Risa.
That's different. Because me and you, we got like a 20-year history.
Yeah.
We're saying, let's see.
They're invited guests.
Whatever. The dude, you know the dude because you were in a meeting one time trying to get a prospective client. And then ever since then, he's been inviting you to Bucks games to sit in the suite. This is your third time going to the game.
Yes.
Now, y'all don't really talk. It's just like, well, it's just business. You got to keep it friendly because a business play is on the line, right?
Yes.
Just because you're in the industry. Y'all ain't friends.
Yes.
Y'all ain't at the house during the cookouts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have only known each other, what? Seen each other 3 or 4 times?
Yes.
And you supposed to be cool with that?
With him leaning over.
Yes.
And if all he's doing is asking for if she wants a lime or not.
Bro,
I'm cool with that.
Did you not see the pictures of Beyonce's face when it happened?
I can understand her not liking the situation. I cannot understand why somebody would send death threats to somebody like, she needs to die for doing this.
It's the queen of the universe.
Somebody who they've never met.
Doesn't matter.
Somebody who would not sit courtside with them.
You ain't never met Barack Obama.
Saying, you talk about. I'm saying, so I'm supposed to send a death threat to somebody who does something that he doesn't like?
So these cats wearing these MAGA hats that's literally killing people and never met Donald Trump.
They're wrong.
But I'm saying this is how people have come to view cultural icons that represent their ideologies. They take great stake.
They're willing to do things that are, one, irrational, and two, the person that they're defending doesn't even want them to do that in the first place.
She ain't say that.
That's her publicist did.
She ain't say it.
Her publicist did.
She got IG just like everybody else do. She ain't say it.
Her publicist came out and said, we are about love on this end.
So
first of all, don't get into business between two billionaire couples. I'm saying,
no. So
we a billionaire couple, they a billionaire couple.
I'm gonna shoot this down right now.
What's that?
Solange, Elevator, Jay-Z, Beyonce. Solange got in that ass.
Yes.
Beyonce ain't moved.
Yes.
Never said anything.
Uh-huh.
Until an album came out.
Okay.
She ain't say nothing in the video. Publicists ain't say nothing. Nobody said anything. She looked like she was just, nothing was happening in the video. But we know she had a problem with it years later when it came out in that video. I think it was 7-Eleven. Yeah, it's a song called 7-Eleven. Yeah. But anyway, come on, bro. She has a line in the song called, of course some shit goes down when there's $1 billion on the elevator.
Yes.
She had a problem with it. She didn't say nothing at the time. So you telling me
totally different?
It is not different.
That is something that's totally different. That is putting your hands on somebody as opposed to asking them what they want. That is totally different.
It's still in the front. I brought it up to say Beyonce is the queen of everything and the queen of I'm bothered, but you're not gonna see me be bothered.
So she's the queen. So don't let these people that are looking up to the queen mess up things for the queen.
They not. They just doing their job.
They're doing things that the queen would not do in the name of the queen.
So you're telling me when Charles Oakley used to bully people in sports bars from Michael Jordan when they played for the Bulls in the 80s, Charles Oakley was wrong?
Unless I'm pretty sure that Michael Jordan gave him his marching orders.
So he had to say, sick him. That what you saying?
Yeah.
But what kind of soldier is that? Like, what if you're not around to say, sick him?
A soldier gets his orders from the general.
But your job is to protect the king at all costs. Right or wrong?
Beyonce didn't need no protecting in that situation.
She did.
No, she did
not. This a new level of warfare, dog. This is a new level. That's when you got $1 billion right there. You don't know about the subtleties and these dynamics between power moves and just people just being disrespectful. That was disrespectful, dog. In the hood, she would have got slapped. She got slapped. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You got mushed at USF.
I can understand if she was trying to holler at Jay-Z.
Why wouldn't she be trying to holler at Jay-Z? It's $1 billion.
I can understand if that was the situation.
It's $1 billion attached to a black man's.
A drink order? Dude, she's married to a dude that's been on the billionaire list for how long? Jay-Z just got there.
Culturally speaking, he's a lame. He's lame. Come on, So I'm
going to leave this multi-billionaire for this.
Billionaire?
For a billionaire?
That's a level up. It's Jay-Z.
It's not a level up.
It is a level up.
It's a level down.
How? Because of the money?
Yes.
The lifestyle don't change. Well, actually, it gets better because of Jay-Z.
It's like a Chris Rock joke.
What?
If Bill Gates woke up with Oprah money, he would jump out of a window. Like that's how it is, bro.
It's not the same. It's like Dave Chappelle said. What's the difference between $50 million and $10 million? Nothing. Except for $40 million. Nothing change. Your lifestyle don't change. Okay, I got an extra $50 billion, but I'm doing the exact same thing I was doing with $10 million. Ain't nothing changed. Except for I just got another $40 million. I'm still eating the same restaurants. I still live in the same house.
As I said, Bey-Hive, you were out of line.
Hey, Bey-Hive, keep it going.
And just so y'all know, I don't want no smoke, Bey-Hive.
Listen.
Because I hear y'all are vicious.
Get him.
But
get him.
But
since apparently we got to sick him. Get him. Get him, tear him out, whack him out. Hey, see, it's the problem with us right now, just black people. We're so nice and friendly, right? Tulsa, Oklahoma, your community awareness moment. Why did that place get burned down?
Hate?
No, because they couldn't defend themselves. Yeah, because anytime you're successful, you're going to get attacked. Yes. Point blank, period. Most of our dynasties crumbled because we couldn't protect ourselves from outside invasions. I can see if it's a problem where there's some internal conflict, and then exposing weaknesses, and then you crumble from dissension. Yeah. But my favorite African dynasty, ancient Mali, crumbled once outsiders, aka colonizers, learned what Africa had to offer in the way of raw materials. Because up until that point, it was a dark continent. Oh, it's dark because nobody know nothing over there. Yeah. Oh, nobody go there. This nigga go to Egypt, trade center, one of the major trade hubs in the world at the time, and he's just throwing out gold like it's candy at Mardi Gras and necklaces.
I mean, that's just like Frank Lucas wearing the fur to the fight.
Right. Now all of a sudden, you better have a damn good defense system in place because the feds is coming knocking on your door.
Yes.
Do you have one? No. Come on now. Trump, damn good defense system. He got a former mayor defending him, Giuliani. Anyway, you need a Bey-Hive once you get $1 billion. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, so she can't throw shade, but her millions of Bey-Hive followers can throw shade.
Wrong.
Is that what you're saying?
Hundreds of millions of loyal supporters can support her with whatever. If she says, don't kill anybody, then of course you listen. But she ain't say don't kill nobody. Okay?
I don't know, man. You sound like you're
no
one of those supportive members of the Bey-Hive.
Listen, I just respect black excellence. And anytime somebody try to threaten it, we tired of this docile lifestyle. What's it? Was it Langston Hughes or who was it? I want to say Langston Hughes. The Negro, sweet and docile. But look out! Let me look it up. Hold on, real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Talk about basketballs.
As I said, I'm gonna address this to the Bey-Hive because Brandon obviously don't want that smoke. But
I ain't scared. I'm just on your team.
But yeah, Brandon don't want that smoke. But Bey-Hive, as I said, we gotta handle ourselves better when we get into situations like that. That's just my thoughts and opinions of the situation.
Oh, here we go. Yep, Langston Hughes. Yes, I was right. Langston Hughes. Very simple poem. Negroes, sweet and docile, meek and humble and kind. Beware the day they change their minds. That's what the Bey-Hive trying to tell you. Hey, man, we ain't know that no more. That genteel, oh, yes, massa, no, massa, is we sick, massa. No, damn that. We got the Bey-Hive now. Protect the queen.
Don't be asking for no drink order.
Yes. Listen.
Is that what y'all saying?
That's all we saying, dog. How many Beyoncés have we had in the past?
Ooh, on that level?
And married to a billionaire.
Yeah. That is something. I mean, have we ever had is she unprecedented?
Yes. Not just, again, not in terms of just the music, because in terms of just the music, we've had comparable careers. But
I don't think we've had comparable careers. I mean, I think we might have had comparable talent, but not
like I'll say Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, because Whitney Houston still holds some records in terms of sales and like popularity or whatever.
I hear it.
But just total package, we got Rihanna, but Rihanna's not married to a black billionaire. I'm talking about just career. She just got awarded the richest female entertainer in the world.
God bless. Overrated music career.
No, but she got business moves that make her richer than any other woman.
God bless. I'm happy for you.
She's hands down the sexiest woman on the planet.
Overrated.
Beyonce's number 2 now.
This is a separate podcast, but Rihanna's overrated.
Listen. I don't know if Rihanna got no fan club that's gonna come for you.
So I'm gonna have 2 fan clubs after me now?
Listen, you tripping today, You don't want to let Beyonce live. You want Beyonce to die over a doggone drink beverage.
No. I don't want anybody to get in trouble trying to hurt, trying to kill another somebody else.
Minute 49 of the podcast, Courtney Pledge just said he want Beyonce to die over a lime and a Coke and vodka.
You are trying to get so much smoke after me. The Illuminati, everybody gonna be.
No, let Beyonce live, dog. If we got to kill somebody for Beyonce, let us kill somebody for Beyonce.
Hey.
Well, online.
I'm a supporter of Beyonce. I took my wife to the Beyonce concert.
That ain't good enough. That ain't good enough.
So she got this feel like $2,000 out your boy. So
that ain't good enough.
That's my support.
You got to go to a Jay-Z concert, Beyonce concert.
Oh, they were together.
Buy some Duce. No. You got to buy 2 separate tickets. Buy some Duce. Buy some Adidas when Beyonce finally launched that Blue Ivy line, and then anytime somebody say something bad about Beyonce, you gotta cut them off at the knees, dog. Listen, you see how I defend black womanhood and black excellence? Y'all see I just defended her for 10, 15 minutes by myself. No help. And y'all tripping about bikini contests as a label? Love black women. Give me all take more. Y'all come stay over here. Got a lot of space at the crib. Anyway, back to what we was really talking about. Defend black virtue, black womanhood, black excellence, even if it means violence. Because us being respectful, humble, sweet, docile, well-dressed, suit, tie, what has it gotten us? A murdered Martin Luther King, a murdered Malcolm X, a burned down Tulsa, Oklahoma, Greenwood. Do we need to keep going? Defend yourselves. That's all I'm saying, because they ain't playing fair. You saw the when they see us. Let's get into it. So when they see us, people ain't even going to watch it. I asked people online if they was going to watch it. They was like, nah, we not watching it because it's too scary.
Yes.
Like people were literally saying it's a scary idea to watch.
Correct.
Real life story. 5 young colored persons in New York, 4 African American, 1 Hispanic, incarcerated wrongly and convicted of the rape and physical assault of a white female in Central Park in April of 1989. Now, it's scary to African Americans and Hispanics alike because 1, it could be anybody you know. Correct. 2, it could be your actual children. 3, the amount of lies and deceit involved is unprecedented. Well, it ain't even not impressive. It's not unprecedented.
It's been happening. It's keep happening.
Right. There you go. It's happened. It's documented. It's known, and it continues to happen to this day.
Yes.
Like these guys' lives were, I guess, figuratively taken because they lost their childhood innocence, 6 to 12 years of their life. Then they had to come back and experience more pain. Well, let's just say everybody had their life taken for 12 years because when they got out of jail, they could only work certain places. Yeah. Couldn't even interact with the kids that they had to go through that trial with because they were both felons, right? Yeah. Couldn't even be around each other, correct. Right? Which is extra crazy. I didn't know it was that bad. Yeah. But this still happens to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the people that are wrongly incarcerated for, let's say, petty offenses to just being flat out lied on.
True.
Right?
I mean, and there was I think it was on your page where I saw there was a woman in Alabama that got charged with falsifying like drug tests and things of that nature.
Yeah. 20,000 lives affected.
Yeah.
20,000.
You're talking about people that these are cases where they're trying to get custody of their kids and one false test could put that in jeopardy. So, I mean, it's something that's very scary because through no fault of your own, the trajectory of your life can be changed or your children changed.
Because one person just decided to just flat out lie, man.
Yes. And I mean, it's unfortunate. I think we should kind of table the conversation to give it justice, to give it the full amount of time that we need to give it.
I ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
What? 55 minutes. We got time. Joe Budden podcast be like 2.5 hours long, man.
Okay, all right. I just didn't know if you wanted to
listen,
keep
bro.
rapping on it.
Look, I asked people yesterday on Facebook, had they seen when they see us yet? Because I assumed most people that I knew were going to watch it. Well, weren't most of the people that I knew was going to work. Anyway, I thought everybody was going to watch it, right?
Sure.
And come to find out, a lot of people's like, they can't do it. Like my own sister, born and raised, same mom and daddy. You know, mom's an activist down in the hometown. She's like, she can't handle it. She can't watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I know some people that started watching it and got so angry that they turned it off.
Right. Like, I know grown men that said they started crying.
Yeah.
Like, it's that bad, bro. Because this could still happen to you no matter what you're doing right. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, it's definitely a horror. It's a horror film. A lot of people call it a horror film, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is why I take the stance I have on the Beyonce situation. Bring just that last 20 minutes was just to bring some lighthearted levity to the situation. They were wrong for threatening to kill the lady, but when you have a 2,000-year history of people with these microaggressions and then just outright assaults on physical and figurative bodies of black and brown people, is it wrong that we want to clap back at somebody when they do it literally every day for no reason at all, unprovoked?
That's a good point. I mean, I think that's one thing to where, why we've kind of owned the social media space to where, because it kind of gives us a chance to kind of react, a space that wasn't there before, an avenue that wasn't there before, for not just individual voices, but collective voices to come together. So I
think it's tough to watch, man, because I think people don't know what to do to stop it from happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, all right, now that we know the situation, how would we handle the situation differently to hopefully get a different outcome?
Like, what could you do? Because, again, you're dealing with...
As a father with two young boys, try to educate them about how to deal with police officers. If they're in a situation, understanding what their rights are, legally, what their rights are, in different situations. Honestly, I mean, as somebody with some stability, is making sure that if I find myself in a situation to where I use my means to maximize my whether it be hiring a lawyer or whatever, just making sure that we're prepared to do that, because we don't know what the opposition is going to be. So I mean, it's hopefully it's a wake up call for people to not just know that things like this have happened or keep happening, but also alert of how we need to prepare ourselves to make sure that hopefully we have a much better outcome for future situations like this.
That sounds good. I'm gonna call BS.
Okay.
Now, granted, do those things that you said: prepare yourselves, educate yourselves, network, right?
Yeah.
But we dealing with people that flat out cheat and lie, and you won't know how they can do it.
Yeah, but I think that with their unpredictable behavior, we can't control or dictate their behavior, but we can somewhat, hopefully, somehow, some way, kind of prepare ourselves. So what can we do? Even though what they do is unpredictable, what can we do? I mean, that's the only thing we can control.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. And we just keep going back to the necessity of black defense. Well,
yeah.
Black and Hispanic defense, because they treat us the same.
Yeah.
And
one of the brothers, well, at least his father was Hispanic.
Yeah. Raymond was Hispanic. I think he was Puerto Rican. But we just don't take self-defense. I don't mean like physical self-defense, but the defense of our life. We don't, in our ambitions. Again, we have Tulsa, Oklahoma. We have, all the examples I named previously. I forgot just that quick. Yeah. But what do we have to do to defend ourselves? Let's say this, right? I think I'm pretty good at spotting microaggressions if I'm paying attention, right? When I'm dealing with colonizers, they it's a pretty standard playbook in actuality. It's just that the ways that they inflict it can be a little different sometimes depending on the situation. Mm-hmm. But they have a pretty standard way of operating that you could see the transgression as it's happening in real time, but your ability to know which defense to deploy can be a little tricky, right? Because in my old job, I had to deal with them every day. And it was constantly trying to control what I could influence, like my kids, my classroom. And we kept bumping heads because I would see it coming and I, appropriately defend myself. And it made me unliked by some coworkers because other people knew, like, well, he just minding his business. He don't want to mess with nobody else because, y'all cuckoo in the head.
Yes.
But ultimately, it cost me my job.
Okay.
So, in saying that, it's like we have to learn to defend ourselves, not just from, black people in the hood attacking us over some shoes or a drug addict that's addicted and trying to rob us. But we got to defend ourselves at the corporate level, traffic stops, the people that are supposed to protect and serve us, our coworkers. And it's just like constant. And I know not all of us are equipped to deal with those problems in every situation. Like I had a brother, he was catching a flight to Atlanta because his daughter had just passed away. And it was like an emergency situation, obviously. But we get to the airport, it's like 6 a.m. It's packed at the airport. And he was getting the buddy pass because there's an emergency situation. His daughter's in the hospital. And so in my mind, while I'm walking him to his terminal, because he had never been to the airport, the Tampa airport, Spirit said, stay with him because he's going to need you. And it wasn't because he can't fight or he doesn't speak English or after he found the terminal to get his ticket, he didn't know what to do. It was like, stay with him because if there's conflict, he can't effectively communicate what he needs to do without feeling antagonized and triggered.
True.
And sure enough, we got there. The buddy pass wasn't there. It wasn't available. And then I think something else happened where they was like, oh, no, we can't honor the buddy pass, right?
Yeah. And
so my brother's immediate reaction, which a lot of people's reaction are when they come from the background he has, is, F it, I'm going to just drive, right? Because I don't want to go to jail for snapping on these crackers. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get cased up for snapping, right? Yeah. So he was like, man, fuck this, I'm finna drive. And I was like, no. Let's go over here. And I just, in my head, I was like, okay, problem. I was like, call the chick to get you the buddy pass.
Yes.
And let's go over here and talk to this sister and see if she can give us some extra information that this white lady didn't have for us, right?
Yes.
So he's on the phone, talking to her. He's really disappointed, frustrated. In the meantime, I'm talking to somebody I thought could help us. So at the end of the interaction, the sister told us, these are your options. This is what you could do. I apologize for, any roadblocks that you might have suffered. So we fixed the situation, and it took about an extra 20 minutes, but they found him a different flight that left 30 minutes later, and ended up getting it done and getting him on the plane the way he needed to be.
Yes.
Imagine the kids from when they see us. You see how that interaction, because you could just be flustered emotionally.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what can you do? Then you ain't got nobody to advocate for you in that situation, and you end up doing 12 years in solitary confinement for no reason.
Yes.
Like, literally no reason.
Correct.
Everybody need a Bey-Hive, man. It's just So I don't think certain sects of black people are wrong for some of the stuff they do, because they don't want to keep seeing the same thing happen over and over. Like, I ain't got kids, but I mean, I still felt the pain in that last episode of When They See Us. Mm-hmm. That was terrible, dog.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is that, you know, as a parent, that's your main goal, is to keep your kids out of situations like that, or to protect them from situations like that. And, you know, it's tough for the kids that go through, but it's also tough for the parents, because it's like, you know, this was my main objective. This is the main
in my life.
In my life,
right, is
to do whatever I can to make sure that my kid doesn't suffer through situations like they suffered through. So that's the thing, is that, I mean, it tears, not only just tear apart the individuals, but it tears apart families.
Yeah, destroys them.
Yeah, and
so
there's no coming back from that either.
No, I just, again, unless some act of God happens, right?
Yeah, which
in the movie is depicted that's literally what happened. You know, the actual killer confessed without being coerced. He just was like, I gave my life to God, I want to confess.
Yeah.
And he apologized to the dude, the last guy that was in the adult prison.
Yes.
He was like, look, man, I want to apologize for how I treated you. He still didn't tell him, like, yo, I was the dude that murdered the lady, or raped the lady, but he's like, I need to apologize to you for everything I did. And then naturally, Corey Wise is like, what? Are you trying to convert me to Islam or something? And he's like, nah, I just want to apologize. Like, I messed your life up in some ways, some you'll never know.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Please forgive me.
Yes. And that's the thing that's a tough thing about the situation, is that not only did they mess up these 5 boys' lives, but there were also other victims the actual person who committed the crime. There were other victims after the Central Park jogger.
Right.
So if they would have been focused on the real killer, I mean, they could have, these 5 boys wouldn't have been affected, or as bad as they were. And plus, you could have saved the lives of other women that this guy either raped or killed, or both.
Yeah, because he tried to kill her. Like he said, he was like, yeah, I tried to kill her, but I thought she died, and I just left her. She didn't die? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's I said it was very tough to get through, but it was, it was necessary, something in that I needed to watch, something that I feel, more equipped as a parent after seeing something like that.
Yeah. Just
to kind of, something else to add to the laundry list of things that
parenting needs, right?
Worry about, and also something we have to educate our kids about. So
it's like we need a group of people that are black that are all about defending us. It's like a party of self-defense, like a black group of people.
Oh, you talking about like a community where we work together and the dollar recycles to the
yeah. But we need a special group of people that might wear like black leather jackets and berets.
Oh wow!
And they got a symbol.
I was wondering where you're going with this.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, white people got one. They wear red hats, white polos, and khakis, and they just walk around. And the white people don't say, "Oh, stop doing that. We don't need your help." They just be like, "Oh, these are mighty fine people on both sides." Come on, they even like running over each other because they're not all on the same side. So if only we had some kind of group that was just dedicated to the defense of blackness. What kind of mascot you think we should have? Like, you got any black animals or something, like the black crows or black beetles? The black beetles for self-defense. What do you think of that?
I'm going to stay out of this.
let me stop playing. I'm going to scare some people. I know. I'm scary not because of how I look, because of how I think. I'm sorry. I'm serious, but I'm sorry, but I'm not. But I'm serious because
The thing is that you know better. You just can't do better.
I don't want to do better. Why should I do better when they not doing better? I mean, they got white Jesus. And they still acting up.
You can't hold yourself to their standard, man.
I know it. So we need our own. You know what I'm saying? What if we had like a big cat?
I subscribe to
Gandhi.
I'm sorry.
Chappelle Show.
No. Miss Obama's theory.
What's that?
When they go low, we go high.
Oh.
Miss Michelle Obama.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we got to protect her too. So, real quick, time out. We need to make a list of all the black luminaries that we need to protect at all costs. Beyonce, Michelle.
Oprah. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oprah be sidestepping a lot.
No, Oprah without a doubt.
I feel like she should be on the list, but she be sidestepping a lot, bro.
Nope.
So you gonna put
Oprah?
How about we give her an honorable mention?
No, Oprah for sure.
Okay.
You gotta understand. Before Michelle Obama, Oprah was it.
No, she was not.
She was.
We had other people.
Beyonce just came in.
I mean,
Oprah was here before Beyonce and Michelle.
She was. Just dang it.
Black people be hating on Oprah.
Cause Oprah be like promoting the Michael Jackson stuff, and people wasn't ready for that. But anyway,
she be telling the truth and stuff. She
be trying. I give her that, but Oprah.
That's why we don't like her, because she tell the truth.
But it's like she don't pick a side. It'd be like, Oprah, you just made us look worse.
The side of right.
Okay, fine. You can have Oprah. That'll be your person. But if we die, it's your fault because you let Oprah in. Who else we got?
The Obamas, the Carters.
Do they have to be married?
No, they don't have to be married.
Okay. Bill Cosby? No? No Bill Cosby? Maxine Waters?
Yes.
Auntie Maxine. Ava DuVernay?
Oh, definitely.
Lil Duval?
No.
I'm joking.
I mean, but he's not.
No, I'm joking.
I think LeBron should be in.
Yes. LeBron.
The Currys, are they invited?
Not yet. They trying, because Steph Curry actually put out a documentary. That'd be my Black Awareness Rally for the Arts. Steph Curry just executive produced a narrative about the Charleston, South Carolina mass shooting at the church.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to watch, bro.
Yeah, man. But too tough for these athletes that are using their
spending their money
to promote, different things other than just being rich.
And guess what? The media, air quotes here, you know who I'm talking to. The media is saying about these guys' efforts off the court.
That it's affecting their play on the court.
And that they should not be doing it because in the good old days, when things were great, air quotes.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. Shut up and throw. Shut up and run. Mind your business. Focus on the game. That's what we like you for. Just keep running and jumping.
True.
Don't make no movies. Don't open no schools.
So any other people that's
Jalen Rose?
Round table?
No, hear me out. He's been doing the school thing for like 10 years.
Yes.
So, what about this? What's the criteria for getting on the list? Got to be a black billionaire?
Yeah, it's not about finances. I think it's about influence.
So Rihanna makes the list.
Oh, hell no.
Rihanna be doing stuff. Rihanna be building like bathrooms and
bathrooms,
Oh, okay.
Renovations?
So if your house ain't had no bathroom, you be cool with that?
No.
Exactly. So if Rihanna came and brought you. You wildin'.
Stop trying to.
Rihanna built that.
Rihanna on Beyonce level, man.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying. Put some more respect on her name outside of the. See, dog, you just want to look at her booty, dog. You don't respect.
No, not at all.
You don't want to respect the contribution she's made to the betterment of colored people around the world. See, silent because you know I'm right.
Nah.
So Rihanna, if you put Oprah on, I'm putting Rihanna on.
Oh hell! Don't even mention them in the same sentence.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
They're both being impactful in the lives of colored people around the world.
Nah.
When we get off the show, look up some of the contributions Rihanna's made to the betterment of the world. She be winning like humanitarian awards.
God bless Rihanna.
Please. If you got another one, God, send me one. Well, anyway.
Overrated.
Listen.
We'll work on it. And why don't you guys help us out and send us some people you think should be invited to the round table?
Yeah, we gotta protect them. They like the Knights, the Congressional Council. So let's make a real quick one down. Beyonce, the Carters, they're complete entity. We're gonna count them together.
Obamas.
The Carters, the Obamas, Oprah, Rihanna, LeBron. We're gonna put Steph Curry, the Currys. I'm gonna put the Currys and Maxine Waters.
Yes.
So far.
Yeah. I think we still have a lot of work to do, but that's a good start.
Yeah. And Jamel Hill. You think Jamel?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, and Angela Rye.
Yes.
Kanye West.
Sis is out here. You see how?
Okay.
I was just about to say Sis is out here with it. You're just gonna throw that in there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm joking. All right, but yeah, those we'll stop there. That's about 10 people. We'll stop at 10. Anyway, hey, yo, it's a long episode.
Yes. Thanks for sticking with us. You still.
You better still be listening. I'm out here defending brothers, looking at the movies that Ava DuVernay been making. Keep watching the art. Support the crafts. Yo, go to blavity.com, blavity.com. Go to shadowingact.com. Go to theroot.com and look up some of the arts that we should be supporting out here, things that need more support, so we can tell all of our stories, not just the ones about us getting arrested and mistreated in justice systems or being criminals, because we have a wide palette of stories and ways that we can tell our story. So check those out. Love those sites. They keep me in the loop. And Pledge, you got anything you want to add on it before we shut it down?
Nah, man. As I said, it was a great conversation, a lively conversation. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. And as I said, keep giving us your feedback and your comments. We appreciate them. And even though B is not gonna take the advice that you guys give,
Bey-Hive and Rihanna,
we gonna keep it moving. But thanks for being a part of the show, and God bless.
Peace.
I'm so lost. Oh me,